What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your favorite attorney, and you already know what time it is. Odds are in the court. You know what you do. You write me with your, you email me, or write me with your questions. You let me know it's for the show, and I bring it on here to the show. I bring you to the court of my public opinion. I give you my honest opinion. Now, you can't take this as legal advice because I don't represent you. And underneath these circumstances, I can't say that it's legal advice. It may or may not fit your situation. But I'm going to do the best that I can with what you give me, and I promise you, I'm going to be straight up, direct, to the point, and I'm going to tell you things in a very candid manner so that you're able to do what you need to do. Without further ado, let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Can I win if the drive-through pharmacy drawer was open, but the employee closed it and pulled my fender flare past my viewpoint? I did not hit a stationary object, nor do I have impact damage to my vehicle. The damage to my car was caused by a drive-through pharmacy drawer closing while I was more than halfway out. The action pulled out my fender flare and also caused damage to my rear bumper. Is it worth hiring somebody to get this fixed, or should I just use my insurance? I've called my insurance, but since it's a part of the building, although it was moving past the point of my view, I guess it's automatically my fault? Well, sir, that's a good question. Okay, so let me bring it to the court of my public opinion. It's a good question. I need to know whether or not her pulling that drawer is what caused that issue. Because if the pharmacy drawer was being closed while your car was going through and you didn't leave enough room not to hit the door, then that's not going to be their fault. Because at the end of the day, what you're telling me is you were going to hit it eventually anyways, and she was trying to close it in order to avoid your car getting hit. If you were halfway out, and because she closed it, it got caught on your vehicle, I'm going to argue that you were too close to that door. That's what I'm going to argue. Because the pharmacy door couldn't have touched your car unless you were right by it. Now, what may be a way that your insurance company may say that you're 60% liable and they're 40%. But at the end of the day, that pharmacy door is meant to open and close, and you shouldn't be nowhere near that moving. You just should not. Now, if the pharmacy door was already closed and then you were driving off and she opened it and closed it as you were leaving, then that's going to be on her. If the pharmacy door was open and you were driving off, you had not closed it, and your door got caught because she was closing it, it's going to be your fault. Why? Because of the fact that the pharmacy door was open, and that's what caused the damage. You didn't close the pharmacy door. You are supposed to close the pharmacy door and drive off. If the pharmacy door is open and you're driving by it, you have to have been too close to it for it to have caught your fender. That's going to be you getting too close to it. I hope that makes sense. If you have any other follow-up questions, you got to let me know. But I'm going to tell y'all something. First car that I had, I hit someone in the back. Anybody would think that that would have been my fault. It was a 60-40. 60% my fault, 40% his. It was 60% my fault because I failed to control my speed. It was 40% his fault because he kept slamming on his brakes. You do have to control your speed, but when people are slamming and creating that issue, that's a problem. The officers did not write me a ticket. They did write up the issue with a car crash report that was given to our insurance company, and my insurance company said, no, you're 60% liable, Ms. Booker, because you shouldn't have been going that fast. You should have been able to control your speed. But sir, you slamming on your brakes presented a problem. So although liability looks clear one way or another, sometimes even though you hit somebody or they hit you, it can be your fault or their fault. That person who I hit was probably very upset to hear that it wasn't a clear fault accident, even though he was hit in the back. The same can be said for this opening door. And I'm going to tell you, if she was closing it because you had it open, because you were getting services and you came too close, it's your fault. But if she opened it and closed it as you were coming by, it could be either all the way their fault or partially their fault. Next case. It sounds crazy. It's the way it goes, y'all. It's big business and insurance for you.
Biggest time I made that call, I'm locked up and facing charges. Who gon' fight these cases for me? I called Booker Law Firm, they got the job done. They were right there for me.
For more information, contact the Booker Law Firm at 713-292-2225.